Hey, so I have some information that I really wanted to share correlated to what the Biden administration tried to get done. I really wanted to show you that our petition process isn't what it needs to be, and that we really need to be able to ask for votes and call votes. And I was hoping I could show you some things within the NSA computer's understanding of justice and intelligence that I think might be pertinent and relate to pop culture, with viral celebrities being a few of the people affected. I mean, everybody is affected by certain things, whether it be trauma or hacking and intelligence-related law enforcement needed to start happening. And I just wanted to bring some attention to some of these concepts, and I haven't been able to under the premise that we really don't have a hosting platform, and there's nothing that protects anybody that would bring information forward that could potentially create a threat to the earning or profit margins of a corporation or power of our government. So John Kennedy was a hero of mine, and I just really wanted you to see a few of the pictures that affected me in a major way, that are just a handful of the pictures that I'd like to show you, except that I don't know how they'll be taken, and at this time I don't have a mechanism to do it anonymously, so I have to be careful what I share, because even though you may not know who I am, the government and private corporations very seriously can, I guess, and the government does. But, it's at this time still a protected right, freedom of speech. I can't get my FOIA request through, and I haven't been allowed to share some of the information that may fall into some classified domains in some capacities, to know what the limits are, what could be shared. There are conversations that need to be had. Anything that I have should be conversation worthy, but I want to do it in the right way. I just don't have an ability to ask my government for the oversight, the elders that might be able to listen or look at what I tried to present and give me feedback in tandem with. I don't have the ability right now to post on a broadcasting site that will necessarily give me equity. So I tried over and over again, but honest to goodness, I cannot figure out a way to share that doesn't get me in trouble, or it doesn't create a risk to my future, and I don't want to ruin my future if I haven't made it to where I need to be. But it looks like if I don't say something immediately, that major things will transpire with our government that may take away our justice system, which would be like a crippling blow to our country as a nation, to ever have freedom or safety ever again to come forward with information. So this is my last ditch attempt at trying to pitch to you how important a petition process is. And if you go and you sign a petition, it should show up online as a verified signature, and maybe it'll bleep your last names out, but there should be a mechanism to know whether or not the signatures on a petition are legitimate, and to get 10,000 or 100,000 signatures to delay a sentence, or to maybe have more resources dedicated to something that you wanted to make sure was looked at. It should at least delay any process. So let's just say that we were going to put somebody in charge of an agency that you didn't think was appropriate, and let's just say that 100,000 Americans thought that you were right. Then the petition process through their local governments as a verification source should tell us whether or not there are more Americans that believe that somebody shouldn't be placed in a position versus that should. And if we have a sovereignly immune leadership position that could execute anybody that's trying to create petitions and facilitate change, there's a very real threat to our country, under the premise that we won't feel safe enough to ask. And the world is so complicated in technological advancements with cyber warfare that takes place between countries with like metadata worth of code, with AI-driven supercomputers, that it's very, very hard for an individual hacker in our day and age, please forgive the background ASMR, to come close to being able to hack in, to share stuff, to have it go viral. I mean, you almost need like a campaign out on the street at this point to be able to get your page looked at. So I don't know how you would know whether or not you're getting the traffic that you were, and I don't know how to control the broadcasting to be able to provide it. And it's just been a very bizarre process. Please hear my desperate attempt at trying to get through the petition process and create some mechanisms by which maybe we can go to an actual building and share things or host things, like a library, but specifically for communication, like a communication center, where you could be anonymous if you wanted to be, as long as you comply with certain expectations, and maybe get a number when you go there.